about agricultural land remediation in radioactive contaminated area. And we also have Dr. Ardiansa from Jenderal Sudirman University. He would like to deliver a talk also entitled Sustainable Rice Farming with Systems of Rice Intensification, and will be moderated by Dr. Riani Muharroma from Sriwijaya University. So, ladies and gentlemen, in this IPB's talk, we always try to give the best idea, the best research that come up or that might be presented by multiple diverse speakers, as you know. And within this occasion, it's also in conjunction to the Sustainable Technologies for Environmental Management by World Class Professor 2023 program. So once again, Professor Masaru Michoguchi, I would like to welcome you to IPB University, and I would like to welcome you to this Department of Civil Engineering and Environmental. And yeah, please enjoy this IPB's talk and have a good day. By this, I would like to open this 97 IPB's talk on behalf of our director, Dr. Eva Anggraini. Thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. So I move to next session. Distinguished speaker, Professor Masaru Michoguchi, because he is presenting. Dr. Ardiansa, we call Dr. Anja, and also our moderator, Dr. Riani. Thank you so much for your time and opportunity to join this occasion. And to you, ladies and gentlemen, participants, welcome to our October 77. First of all, I would like to thank to our IDB, especially to the Directorate of Connectivity for preparing and organizing this event. Also, we would like also to express our thanks to the speaker, Professor presented from the University of Civil and Environmental Engineering Department, both educational and research activity. So thank you to Dr. Anja from Jenderal Sudirman University. And in this occasion, thank you to Dr. Riani, Sriwijaya University, who will be participating. And we want all for you, doing the training and then in school. So, as mentioned by the Aziz, that this event is a service of from the side program. The last program, organized by the Department of Human Resources, Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology. This program participated lecture in Indonesia to collaborate the world-class university and our professor to increase the ranking of the university. And the best university. So in this talk, the topic is sustainable technology for environmental management. We mentioned that environmental issue has been intensively discussed. Climate change. And prevention and mitigation of climate change is one of the sustainable development program handling chemistry, handling sustainable technology, and environmental management. So, in this operation, the effort that has been and still doing to made in the context of remediation of contaminated agricultural land and fixation in Fukushima. Ito, Fukushima in Japan. Fukushima nuclear reactor, we know there is only in 2011. So many hundreds to do to restore agricultural land. We should say we learn from the countries about system of intensification. That SMR is an alternative cultivating rice with less water and low emissions with more production. Hopefully, I believe that we will anybody and find the benefit for our. So anyway, as a host, I want to introduce you. Can you share is current Olympic Day, Mbak Puput? This is Dr. Yani from Kalimantan. His department is civil engineering, and he is graduating University from master and doctoral degree. And now he is civil selection from Department of Civil Engineering and Planning, Sriwijaya University. And now from 2021, he got first graduate research at the Division of Water Resources Engineering in Department Civil and Environment Engineering. So, Dr. Yani, time is yours.
Terima kasih Dr. Susal Arif for the opportunity for me. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar about sustainable technologies for environmental management. My name is Yani Muharrama, and I am the moderator for today's discussion. To give you an overview of what we're discussing, we are covering in two subtopics, and we will have a discussing session. There is some time for questions and comments to the end of the presentation. And as a participant, you are encouraged to ask questions, share your thoughts, and present any relevant examples. It's meant to be an interactive discussion, so don't hesitate to contribute with your insight. Okay, let's start. Today is a very special agenda because this seminar is supported by World-Class Professor 2023 program. And here we already have two outstanding speakers. The first speaker is Professor Masaru Minaguchi. Hello, Minaguchi. Okay, kita. Ya, kita lagi masih. Baik, Professor Masaru Minaguchi is a professor of International Agroinformatics, Department of Global Agricultural Science, Graduate School of Agricultural and Land Science, the University of Tokyo. He is right now from 2010 professor of Global Agricultural Science in the University of Tokyo. And we can see the career on the screen of visual sensing. Okay, Sensei, please join me in welcoming Professor Masaru Minaguchi. Visual Sensei, time is yours.
Selamat pagi. Today, I'm very happy to be here. And I want to enjoy my lecture in this room. So please enjoy my talk. Okay. My name, nama saya Masaru Mizoguchi. But maybe the pronunciation is very difficult for you. So just call me only Mizo. Professor Alitu called me Mizo. Every time Mizo sensei was because my name is Masaru is a first name and Mizoguchi is a family name, but the pronunciation is difficult. Do you know the typical Japanese soul soup? So it's very easy to remember my name. Just call me Miso sensei, okay? Well, a little bit Miso. Miso is better. Yes. But Miso is don't mind. Okay, anyway, just call me Miso. Professor at the University of Tokyo. And so today, I will talk about this title, Agricultural Land Remediation in Radioactive Contaminated Area. Maybe a little bit for you, this topic is not familiar, but no problem. I will talk in detail or easily. So anyway, let's get started. Do you know the world issue or Japanese issue? This is a old lithium discharge in liquid form for major nuclear power related facility worldwide. Okay, worldwide. Right now, I should use this. Here, maybe Japan where here, lithium is charged 22 trillion becquerel. Becquerel is units of radioactive activity. This is a Fukushima discharge. But you can see this is China and 52. Korea, South Korea is 50. Friends, I can't read too much. Anyway, like this is the truth. But right now, China claim to Japan. I don't know why. The value says the Fukushima nuclear power plants discharge put in the sea is only 22. So today I want to say only this. By the way, this is the radiation dose in the world. About 2011 May, about 12 years ago. Just after the Fukushima nuclear power plants accidents. Tokyo is around 0.066. I'm sorry, there is no data in Indonesia. But Singapore is about 0.08. This is the world normal radiation dose. And this is a radiation in daily life. In you always get a radiation from a lot of circumstances. If you want to check health, you can take a rentgen. It's about 5 microsievert. And if you become some problem with your health, brain, you need to check the brain with a CT scan. At that time, you got the 6 point, too much. Microsievert per 1 time. So anyway, like this, always we accept the radiation around our circumstances. This is a very and especially in particular this if you go from Indonesia to Tokyo, in this case, just from Tokyo to New York, we get 200 microsievert. So when I come here from Tokyo Thursday, 8-hour flight. So maybe I got around 80 microsievert one way flight. So like this, anytime, anywhere we have the radiation. This is a general information. By the way, I think you are studying or learn about the agriculture. And agriculture, and maybe you are interested in the rural area. And people believe agriculture science, agricultural science is a science that related to food, rice, nasti, I know that is rice and vegetable and fruits and so on. Agricultural science is in charge of such of food. But how we get some food from the earth? When we harvest food, sometimes we need a good soil and good water and good environment of rural area. And recently, I believe, good information to use internet or YouTube. So anyway, agriculture infrastructure is very important to get good food. So maybe you are studying, learning that you are learning is important to make a good environment and good circumstance as a public works. So this is a very important. So in Japan and maybe in Indonesia, to get a good environment for food, we may sometimes make a dam in the mountain, and then draw water from the dam, and this kind of channel, and draw the water from the channel to the paddy field, and so on. And we are making a good environment for food. This is a general work. And our work to make a good condition for food. Okay? But in Japan, 2011 March, Fukushima nuclear power plant accident occurred. So that means these are good condition for food production was destroyed. So that's a big problem for us, for Japanese. So I went to Fukushima Prefecture just after the Fukushima nuclear power plant accident. On March 11, 2011, 14 days, earthquake occurred. And just after the 4 days, big tsunami hit the Tohoku area in Japan. And 1545, 12 tons swept away from. And March 12, 1536, hydrogen explosion, nuclear power of the nuclear power plant. That explosion led a big global like this. And then here is a map of Tohoku area. Here is the nuclear power plant. And unfortunately, at that time, wind blew. We were blowing from the southeast to northwest. So, contaminated stream moved from this nuclear power plant to this one. So, the village was all contaminated by some radioactive species. So the village is located about 30 kilometers to 45 kilometers from the nuclear power plant. But we led the example in this village. So this village separated the 3 parts: green, yellow, red, according to the contaminated level. So Anyway, I went to e-IPBTalk just after 3 months later. So how did I act immediately after the nuclear power plant accident? 2011, March 11th, the Great East Japan earthquake occurred, and then I established the University of Tokyo Fukushima Reconstruction Agriculture Engineering Council, just a group. And they hold a seminar on the radioactive cesium on clay surface and so on. And I first visited to e-IPBTalk village on June 25th, and so on. Anyway, I went to the field. Then, this is a brief history of development of power decontamination methods that we are revitalization. First, I found a good method to decontaminate the soil, frost treating methods. Maybe you cannot imagine frost soil, frozen soil, because the Indonesian area everywhere is a very hot, and maybe you cannot see the frozen soil. But Fukushima is very cold in winter, so soil was frozen. And this is a mud sweeping method with a weeder machine. This is a weeder machine, is a very traditional tool to take the weed into the soil and use this, and I try to use decontamination method. And 2012, okay. I took students, I made student tour of the Faculty of Agriculture, University of Tokyo. I took the student to the computer. Some people were anxious about, students are very young, maybe. But I said, no problem, because we taught, I am teaching the radiation level and how we should evaluate radiation level. So I took a student who understand the risk management. So anyway, about 11 years ago, just after the 1 year later, I took a student to the field. And then I found a good method to decontaminate by ourselves. And so on. And this is maybe what faucet drainage method. And anyway, I did a lot of things. And this is, we come back to e-IPBTalk. This is Hachiko. And the owner of Professor Ueno. I made this sticker seal. And then I distribute to the almost all villagers. Welcome back to village. And so on. We conduct some relation, made a good relation between our university and the village office, and made a Japanese sake, and so on. And anyway, I did a lot, and this is, do you know, Kandu on the movie star. I became kind of a movie star because later I will explain about it, because maybe someone wants to become a movie star. I can teach you how we can make we can be a movie star. Like this, I give students going to e-IPBTalk village, and so I did a lot of trial, but today I will explain from the one or two examples in detail. Okay, the most important thing is to understand the relationship between the soil and radioactive cesium. This is the experimental result, survey result in the field. This ES means cesium, and radiocesium has two kinds of there are two kinds of radiocesium. One is cesium 134, and another one is cesium 137. These cesium have the radioactivity. Okay. The interesting thing is cesium were accumulated. Maybe this fully want to appear. So I will show. Anyway, like this, you know, do you like to do it? Yeah. This black part is very sweet. Like this, when the cesium fell down on the earth, cesium was accumulated, the cesium was accumulated only the surface layer. You can see this data shows this is a 5 centimeter thick. Liquid cesium remains within the 5 centimeter layer, like this fluid. This is a very important property. When we understand the decontamination method and radiation level from the soil surface, always we must understand these properties. Okay, and radiocesium remains on the thin layer. That's easy. Maybe you can understand. You know the soil. Okay, maybe you learned about soil. Soil. What is soil? What is soil composed of? Soil particle, water, air. This is general factor. Then, of soil particles is defined by classified by size. I mean, size. If the soil is divided by the sand, heat, and clay. You know, did you learn about this?
Yeah.
Okay. And clay in among these categories, clay is very important because this is a clay properties. Clay is very hard to stay in water, always floating in the water. You know, muddy, soil. And especially when it contains water, muddy. And when it dries, it is dead. So soil is very hard, very difficult to understand. Anyway, when we think about the relationship between the radioactive cesium and soil, we always look at the clay properties. Oh, sorry, I forgot to change that. English. But this, you can see, this is a clay chemical or structure. This one is a clay sheet, like this. Okay. Did you teach about this clay?
Yeah.
Someone? Maybe they understand. Okay, good. And this is a very important. I don't know. And do you know this? Extendable for the times. Normally a clay, a cesium is the same group in the left-hand side. Here. It's group. Sodium, potassium, and cesium. When this group, this atom, they are 1 plus I. Okay. And clay mineral composed of this blue one, aluminum, and silicon. Anyway, cesium has the same property of sodium and potassium. This is very important because radioactive cesium forms into the whole with the clay salts. This is a chemical structure of the clay particles. And the clay particle is a very small hole. And then cesium drop into the hole. Interesting properties. So maybe you can understand when you look at this model. Radioactive cesium replaces the potassium and is fixed in the clay particle in soil. You can see the left-hand side is egg, white egg. Normally, is into potassium are into the clay, but cesium is stronger than and to enter the impact. Interesting. So once the new system fall down to the earth, and there was soil, a lot of things. And the soil contains clay minerals, and clay mineral contains the potassium on it into the in the clay. But if the cesium come to the soil, cesium enter the clay, pushing the one egg, potassium, push it out, and red cesium enters clay. This is a very, very important to understand the decontamination. That's all. Been to the e-IPB village, I measured the radiation level on the slope the e-IPB village. You can see this. It's about this is a 2 meter slope, but we measured the radiation level. The top is 2.5, middle part is 2.5, and bottom is 7.0 microsievert per hour. What the difference? Do you know why this difference value occurs? Can I ask someone? Raise your hand if you understand why, if you know why. The hint is my colleague takes an umbrella. What happened? It's a rain falls in this slope, on this slope. The point is clay properties. Clay contains a radioactive cesium, and rain water flows from the top to the bottom. That means clay particle move from the top to down. That's the reason why the bottom radiation level become high. Especially here, the bottom, on the bottom, there is a grass. So if the clayey soil flows from the top to the bottom, this ground stops the clay particle. So that's the reason why the radioactivity is higher on the bottom than the top. This is a very good example to understand this of the cesium. Anyway, the soil was contaminated by the radiocesium. Oh, sorry, I will say radioactive cesium equal same meaning as a radio cesium. Okay. So, soil was contaminated by radio cesium. Official decontamination method by government was made. Three methods. One is a stripping topsoil method. That means take the sweet part of food. And the second one is a soil pruning method. Soil puddling method. That means mix sweet part with water and or flush out the muddy part. This is the second. And the third one is deep plowing method. This one is a sweet part just buried into the soil. So this official decontamination methods were made in 2012. So, as a result of this, after the decontamination made again, this is the decontamination 1, 2014, and this is the official decontamination work. Anyway, like this, the company did the decontamination work, and that and that contaminated soil is stored in the paddy fields like this. As a result of the official decontamination work, this is a change of radiation dose in e-IPBTalk. This is the average e-IPBTalk. This one is just after the nuclear power. Firstly, there's the high radiation, but gradually decreases. Especially, this is the decontamination work here. After the decontamination work, drop the radiation level. And so, anyway, offshore decontamination work was effective to increasing the radiation dose in the village. But during the contamination work by the government, we try to make a good method to decontaminate the soil. Together with villagers and universities and so on, and collaboration between non-profit organization and so on. One is practice utilizing the properties of sentinel gray. This is me. I wear the mask before the COVID-19 because it is 2012. because maybe some ducts are affected by throat or some in my lung. Maybe. Anyway, this is a frozen soil. You can see it is about a 5 centimeter thick frozen soil. This is 2012, January 8th. Very cold, very cold. And the 5 centimeter thick frozen soil, that means, you remember the 1 hour radio season distribution? Almost all radio season within the 5 centimeters. That means if the soil freeze about 5 centimeters, we just take it's very easy to correct radio system from something. So I found this method, and then the spring has come. Already frozen soil disappears. So we use a rotary weeder machine to mix the sweet part with the cesium spray and water, and then flush out this marine water. And this is like this. We were using the tractor to mix the radiocesium clay and water, and then flush out like this. And then we this marine water from the field to the drain or stream. We dig a hole and flush the marine soil into the hole. And then after 2 or 3 months later, we collect the soil from this ditch. You can see here, real cesium 134 and 137 are within 10 centimeters. There is no cesium deeper parts. This is a very interesting. If we make the marine water, then the cesium cannot penetrate into the deeper soil. Why? So to understand this mechanism, I became a YouTuber. I took a video to explain the mechanism of the why radiocesium cannot penetrate into the deeper parts. This is a this is a pet bottle, and like this, and cut this, and there is a sound. Put the sound and pour the marine soil from the top. You can see marine soil is colored by only black, almost black. But then you can see here it's those because small parts of clay is not moving down. So only the water or drop from this sandy parts. That's the reason why the body soil or radio signal cannot penetrate into the deeper soil. So this method is very useful. And then we try to strictly topsoil method and deep clouding method. We corrected the sandy soil, sweet part, and then belly the sweet part into the real field. And then like this, yellow part is contaminated soil, and we cover the non-contaminated with the non-contaminated soil like this. So what happened? From the radiation from the yellow part to surface is become 100,000 because normal non-contaminated soil has a property to decrease the radiation. So this is very easy to decrease the radiation dose of our circumstance. So anyway, if we use this method, people have a question. What question? Maybe those that not safely leak out from the very contaminated soil. So I did another experiment. Measurement soil radiation. I developed a new equipment to measure soil radiation like this, and then measure the soil radiation every like this. At that time, according to this, I spread by Twitter recently X. I'm now measuring the soil radiation. I developed a new equipment. I just say this triangle. That's all. Like this, every year I measure soil radiation level. So you can see this is 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. Here, the peak of the soil radiation is not changed. What does this mean? What does this mean? If the radiation move down, so this radiation peak must be down. But even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, the position of the peak did not change. That shows the radio signal cannot move in the soil. This is a very important result from my measurement. And also, the radiation level, the highest radiation is decreased like this. And this solid line is theoretical for equation. This 2.1 is half lifetime of radiation of cesium-134, and 30.2 is for cesium-137, not half lifetime. So anyway, my experimental data is very good agreement with the theory. So like this, when we bury the contaminated soil into the field, cesium cannot move down, and gradually the radiation level decreases. So this is my very academic results. Maybe a little bit difficult, but this is a very interesting to as a science. Anyway, next topic is revitalization agriculture in Fukushima. Rice-cultivation trial by non-profitable organization since 2012. As I told you, every year I plant a rice on the field after decontamination. Unfortunately, this is not a FRI method, normal method. Every year we plant a rice and harvest the rice. And so, but by the decontamination one, by the Japanese government, there remains a big problem in the actual field. That is this soil uniform compression layer. And that means when the government use heavy machine to decontaminate water, so always press the soil. So there is a hard pond here around this, about 50 to 10 centimeters. You can see normally in Japanese paddy fields, there is a hard pond around 30, 20 or 30 centimeters to keep the water. But after the decontamination work, second hard pond appeared at about the depth of 5 or 10 centimeters. So the water cannot penetrate into the soil, and the drainage condition become very bad. So we need to solve this problem. And then another problem is restoration of farmland fertility and prevention of animal damage. That means we collect the sweet parts, sweet pudding parts, but that part was contaminated by radio system. But Australia sweet parts contains nutrients. So the government did the decontamination work. As a result of that work, the soil fertility decreased. So we need to recover soil fertility. How? So right now I'm trying to do the compost making using IoT sensors. This is a kind of a new right now I'm interested in the compost making and restoring the soil fertility lost during the decontamination work. Recon talk, what is? I tried to this because maybe I tried to this. What's happening? I hope YouTube goes. Oh, how? Stop. Oh. Oh. Let's check. Oh, speech.
Yang punya muka kopong, pipi kendor, ada garis senyum. Ketikanya sayang. Nih, ketika kepala satu. Tekan tombolnya, dengarkan bunyinya. Oke, ada bunyi gergaji kan? Ini akan menggergaji lemak-lemak sayang. Perhatikan bagus-bagus. Kenceng banget kan? Kalau lemas setrika kalian itu berarti baterainya udah.
And another is animal monitoring using rural communication technology. This is a kind of our, do you know rural? This is the Wi-Fi. Right now, I'm using the Wi-Fi here. And Wi-Fi is a very high speed, has a high speed. But the LoRa is a different wave frequency. But this LoRa communication is can communicate for long distance, but not so high speed. So anyway, I'm using this information technology and monitors, for example, this is a monkey in the village and so on. So right now we have a problem after the villagers returned to the village in 2017. Always like wild boar appears just before the harvesting of rice and so on. And this is a monkey. Monkey is a very clever. Monkey don't like cold snow, so they return to the forest using their footprint. Like anyway, like this. I'm now taking the network to detect the wild monkey or monkeys. And so I see the agriculture practice in Fukushima. When we manage the paddy field, always we must consider the water level management. But automatically, I introduce the automatic water gate like this, and then farmer try to use controls the water gate from his house using the iPad or iPhone. This is a new technology in our country, and then I watched the real field by camera, Wi-Fi camera. Normally, we can set a Wi-Fi camera in the room because we can use the commercial base in Indonesia, 240. But anyway, yes. So anyway, when we want to use Wi-Fi camera in the field, we need the battery or other good antenna. So I said that this system, I made this system in the field. About this topic, I will talk tomorrow. Just show today. And this is another trial of me is Japanese making a use of Japanese on the decontaminated paddy field by ourselves. And you can see this is left-hand side is like a phoenix, never die. I named this new sake like a phoenix. And then my American friends visited me every year after the nuclear power accident. And when he came to my lab, I took him to the Fukushima and then explained the situation. So he wrote the book, it's made in Fukushima. And this book is very interesting because he's American. So this book was written from the viewpoint of American people. So he calls this like a British Japanese sake. And so according to this, by owing this book, I went to Cameroon Do you know Kanu Laon Sao? Maybe you know the Kanu movie festival. So movies are always work on this red carpet. I went there. So this is that is out. That is me. And this one is another challenge. Wagyu, sapi. Japanese Wagyu is very famous. Yeah. And especially in e-IPBTalk village is pretty much village. Wagyu. Last night I ate Shinoya. So anyway, I try to monitor this child Wagyu to detect fever using the palm camera and so on. Anyway, like this, I try to learn a lot of things after decontamination, rural regeneration, and youth education. This is an e-IPBTalk field trial by soil scientists, Japanese Society of Soil Physics, 2013, October. Here, really, here is a Buddhist sensei, and Ali sensei, and me. This is all. Yeah, like this. And then Made University kind of I took Japanese students outside of Fukushima, outside of Tokyo. Western part of students. I take the Western part student to Fukushima because even Japanese, Western part Japanese don't know the real situation in Fukushima. So I try to take the students in Western part of Japan to Fukushima to see the real, to show the real situation in Fukushima. So if you like, I will make a study tour. Please ask. I don't know. Maybe he will make a good Japanese visiting tour, Fukushima tour. Anyway, I think real fields, many people must know real situation in the field. And this is Japanese students, younger generation. I take them to the e-IPBTalk village, and they grow soba noodle. Make a soba noodle. Anyway, from seed to soba, and finally make a noodle. And then agricultural soil education for the general public. I wrote the book. It's a publication of Dr. Doren, not Doren. Dor means muddy soil. So I am Doren, Dr. Doren, not Doren. But pronounced. But Doraemon, I wrote a book about Doraemon for the children and the parents. to understand the mechanism of soil contamination and decontamination and so on. And I made a Japanese book, English book, and Chinese book. So maybe I will make an Indonesian book. Like this. And then finally, do you know this? Maybe you don't know. This is a Hachiko, baseball dog. And you know, Hachiko was born just 100 years ago. So this year is a 100th anniversary of Hachiko born. And you know, the owner of the Hachiko dog was Professor Hidesaburo Ueno. He was the professor at the University of Tokyo. He started the agricultural engineering. And he started the agricultural engineering in 1905. He started the lecture on land consolidation. That's the starting point of agricultural engineering. So maybe you are grandson of witnesses. And anyway, as you know, agricultural engineering deals with infrastructure, food production that I told in the introduction of this lecture. And land to farm and land reclamation, irrigation, and drainage technology, and I believe farmland decontamination should be one of the agriculture engineering. And land use after the decontamination is also very important. Rural plan and the villagers return. So and now trying to make a new agricultural engineering. And I call that agriculture engineering for reconstruction. And in this new agricultural engineering, I'm interested in FBDL. This is a typical resilience agriculture, resilience. Quotation on Professor Tokiyoshi Yoko, not to Professor Ueno. But the key is that agricultural science flourished after agriculture destroyed. Very good work. Right now, all over the world, scientists want to write some paper. But even if agricultural science write the papers, general farmer cannot use that knowledge. Only science is flourished. So that's not good. But what is it said about 100 years ago? But escaping the thing. And those who stand on the earth will not fall. Those who live on the earth will not starve. Those who protect the earth will not perish. The earth needs soil. This is a very good work. So that means that soil is very important. Ask the rice about the rice. Ask the farmers about the agriculture. Okay. You need to ask the farmers if you want to become a good agricultural science. Of course, you need to read the textbook and take a lecture of understanding. You need to see the real field first. Okay. This is very important. And what should the faculty of agriculture do now? Practically learning to discover and solve issue on site. NFPL, field and project-based learning is important. Go to the field and see the real situation. And then think. Trying to solve the problem in the problem as what is a problem? Find and set the right question. Okay? Since a right question is very important. And then, how do we solve the problem? Which we think. Theory and practice, notice the gap between the theory and practice. And understand the theory. This is science. For example, mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, ecology, and so on. Anyway, students and science must study hard to input the field. And sometimes we need agricultural scientists and can understand the sociology, economics, political science, and so on. So we need to be interested in the all subjects. And then know the practice, experience. Field survey, interview, job training, internship, and so on. Anyway, go to the field. The hint, and then we need to first, we need to get the idea. How? Lecture, book, TV, internet, YouTube, practice, and so on. Anyway, feeling is very important. Keep on thinking after input, knowledge, and then discussion each other. This is a very important to get a new idea. To see the field by myself is most important. Okay? By ourselves. Not other people's opinions. You go to the field and feel something in the field. Let's watch the movie and discuss. Maybe skip. And thank you for your attention. Terima kasih.
Thank you very much, for your thoughtful presentation. I'm sure our audience a lot of learn for today and have a question. But before we move to discussion session, let's hear from our second speaker, from Dr. Ardiansa. And we also inviting the audience who come online. You can also ask from your chat feature on Zoom, or please from the chat. I will read your question, or you can raise your hand, and I will call you to ask directly. And then we move to the second session, the presentation of Dr. Ardiansa. I will read his CV. Dr. Adriansa was born on Palembang on 22nd January 1979. Dr. Adriansa is a lecturer in University of General Sudirman. Dr. Adriansa has published 36 publications of scientific articles in several national and international journals. He also has 5 scientific reference books and 5 HKI or IPRS. And today he will deliver a presentation about sustainable rice farming with system of rice intensification. Okay, Dr. Adriansa, the time is yours.
You prefer into something? Do you prefer synchronous or asynchronous? That's from Arif, Dr. Arif. Didn't like asynchronous. Yeah. Like video, then done by yourself. So it's good because it makes our work easier. You just make one video and then you can use it all the time, even if you forget about the lecture. Okay. Last week, Dr. Arif gave me this topic, so I should open very common file about the SRI, sustainable forest farming, using system of rice intensification. Anyone of you heard about the SRI, system of rice intensification? And RI is actually the method of cultivating the paddy, different method that we usually see, because it invented in the area that is very dry in Madagascar. So the person there, actually maybe from the non-government official, try to invent the method how to cultivate the paddy in the dry soil. So this one. Before we can talk about sustainable agriculture, when we talk about sustainable agriculture, so we can do the farming in sustainable way, which means that we take something, we take the healthy of the environment for the next generation and the next generation. So then we like we have always heard that it is not inherited from our ancestors, but it is something that our grandchildren have to manage. So it aims to sustain farmers, resources, and communities by promoting farming practices that are economically, socially, and environmentally sustainable. So, which means that, like I said, we have to keep the environment. We take for ours, for our need, and we save for the next generation, which means that we don't destroy the environment. This is SRI, system of rice intensification. So the principle of SRI firstly is planting young seed 15 days after sowing. So the method usually 20 or 30 days. So the height is like 3 or 5 centimeters, and we put it into the field one by one. So usually you see the farmer, they take some of the paddy, the nursery paddy, and then put it like a 10 or 5 to the soil. But this SRI using one by one, take one and put in the soil. So that's sometimes we have a problem when the chicken walk into the field and then put it like food and then it eat it. But usually the farmers should spend some of the young seed yang nursery in the field, in the edge of the field, so that they can change the broken seedling. And also the important one is rice field are not flooded. Usually we see that the rice field is flooded with water like about 10 centimeter. So in SRI method, the rice is not flooded, but saturated. Saturated means that the core of the soil is filled with water. And then irrigation, this is also important. Irrigation carried out by alternate wetting and drying. So for some days it's wetting and we dry to let the waters go down. And then after drying, the next day we wetting again by giving irrigation. So usually we see that the farmers throwing the water into the field and let as it is, and it's flow when it go out, and it go out and make the ponds in the paddy field. So one of the problem when we apply the SRI method, because the water is not flooded into the soil, there is a weed. You see the weeding machine from Sensei's presentation. So the weed is growing so many weed, and that's great labor work to clean it, to take it, and in Javanese we call it matun weeding. So another thing is it's preferable using organic fertilizer. So when we apply this method, we should try to use the organic fertilizer, because if the product or price is certified as organic price, the price is going to be very high, twice or 3 times price. And to have the organic certified, you have to treat about many species area in the paddy field as organic, which means that if your neighbor's field has a chemical fertilizer, so you cannot certify your field as a organic. It should be very large area, and there is no like a chemical fertilizer packaging from there, because there will be suspicious that you're using a chemical fertilizer, which means that everything should be organic and should be the species area, so that the committee will judge the land whether it's organic or not, and then give certification. So after they get certificate and they harvesting the paddy, they can sell it very high price. So when SRI is followed by organic way, it should be very high in price. And this one is water management in SRI. First early stage is flooding, and then this one is alternate wetting and drying. And when it goes to the dry phase, it should be flooding, because it should be filled the inside rice. And then before harvesting, it should be dry again. This is the principle of SRI. So during using that method when the soil is dry, the root is going to see the water. They try to find the water, and then they develop root biomass very intensively. So you see that this is my experiment like 10 years ago. This one, at the night, there's a strong wind goes to the field, and this one is not SRI paddy field, but this one, the next to it, is an SRI paddy field. So it stays stand, unlike the non-SRI paddy field place because of the wind. It's because they grow a strong root. That the principle of SRI, one of the principle is managing water by using alternate wetting and dry water. So for the farmer, it's not easy, because they usually practice the conventional method of flooding the vehicle. So it's not easy. So when if the farmers forget, they're not flooding, they're not drying the vehicle. So let's see, because to change the habit of the farmer is quite difficult. For the farmers should have very strong wish, a strong mind to apply the SRI. So if alternative and irrigation for farmers, so we have just talked about that. The farmers should maintain alternate wet and dry irrigation to apply the good SRI method, especially in the early stage of the growth. And even the farmers were trained about the principle of SRI, they still adapt according to their local practice and schedule. So if they forget, if they have something to do, and whether they're scheduled to water the field, they will forget, and then they just let it as it is, and then suddenly the field is going very dry and could be dangerous. That's the farmers how to do it, because they have many things to do and they have other things to do. When shifting irrigation practice from continuous flooding to alternate wet and dry, farmers need more time to make the practice as heavy. So this work is firstly what to compare. What if the farmers not managing the water well, but they apply the SRI method, and how is the biomass and how is the yield of the paddy? And this one is the concept of biomass growth. Maybe you already recognize. There's water in soil and also nutrient in the soil, and water is as a solute for the nutrient in the mineral. And then there's a nutrient uptake process. It should be generated by the water potential in the leaf and in the soil. So there's various different water potential. There's a flow of water to the leaf. And while transpiration the water from the leaf, there is also stomata in the leaves opening, and they absorb the carbon dioxide and do photosynthesis, and it becomes the biomass. Glucose that will become biomass, and the biomass will become the organ of the plant, like roots, straw, leaves, and grains for the vegetable. And this photosynthetic activity is using the radiation, the sun radiation, and it also depends on the how many stomata, how wide the leaf area, and then we have the leaf area index to calculate the biomass. And this one is farmers water management. The blue one is the drainage, and the third one is irrigation. So in the non-SR field, they irrigate all the time, like flooding, and in SR field, they sometimes irrigate water, sometimes drainage, and sometimes they stop irrigating and irrigating a little bit, and that is what farmers practice of irrigation in the field. So we don't ask farmers to do this, to do that, and we just train the farmers to do SRI and non-SRI. So we don't let the farmers decide what should we do when to irrigate and then to dry the land. And this one is the biomass development during crop growth. So we measure the biomass during the crop growth, during the after transplantation, and you can see that for 3 plots, we have 3 plots for applying this method. For each non-SRI and SRI, we have 3 plots, and for each plot, we get this is the grain higher than the biomass, which which is not applied at RI method. And this is the overall biomass. So this is blue in the red and straw yellow and green is leaves and green is yellow, purple. Sorry. So we see that there's some similarity in non-SRI and SRI in one plot. From the data, we can see that there is only significant difference on root and straw, which means that the SRI grows very strong root and very mainly straw, but the grain and total biomass is almost the same. So in SRI, also in SRI, only the straw, the stem is a significant difference, but other things mostly the same, like grain and total biomass. So what we learn from here that unmaintained alternate voting and drying in SRI make insignificant biomass. So insignificant biomass increase in SRI. So when they don't manage the water very well, the biomass will be similar as on SRI. So the key of applying SRI is water management. So we should develop method of water management that make the farmers not hire to manage it, because this one is laborious work as the same as the weeding part. So under farmers management, there is a sort of schedule, water not really alternating from wet to dry. So always wet and not really dry, or sometimes it's ponding, because when they drying, there's weed growth, and they don't want to do the weeding again. And it sometimes create extremely dry soil water in upper intermediate, and is intolerable for other states of growth. And also erosion is important in drainage when we put in erosion. And we see that before the concept of biomass growth, this one. And this one we can transform into mathematical model or system dynamic model. So we can calculate how much biomass growth for certain treatment like this one. This one is, for example, there's a radiation, and the radiation is perceived by leaves, and it intersects in the leaf, and by number of what its efficiency, it's showing how much radiation will be translated or will be converted into the biomass. How much radiation will be converted into biomass. So it becomes biomass. And when it becomes biomass, it should be sent to grow the leaves, or to grow the stem, or to grow the roots, or for paddy to grow, or to put the more biomass on grain. And actually in the paddy, we are getting the grain. So mostly we need the or more biomass goes to the grain. And of course for the leaf, it influences the amount of absorbing radiation. So when there's many leaves, so the absorbing of radiation will be a lot. And also there is a temperature that will be depend on the variety that will be influence the movement of the growth phase. When the temperature is not enough, they cannot go to another phase of their growth. For example, from vegetative to generative, when the heat is not enough, it will be stay in the vegetative stage. And from the model, we can use the lines of codes. I use Python here to calculate, and we need to calibrate to improve the water management by farmers, so that we can predict what is biomass formed from the growing activity or growing area activity. So these models need to be calibrated to involve what is the coefficient that when the farmer do this, what is the coefficient, what is the number of the amount of value that we should put in the model or the calculation to accommodate the practice of the farmers. And that is one problem, the biomass growth in the SRI. So another issue is there's a dilemma in aerob and anaerob. You see, aerob is we let the oxygen and the air is goes into the soil, where anaerob we hold the air into the soil by flooding that, which means that if there's a flooding field, it means it's aerob. So many so little oxygen or little air in the paddy field. So what happens when the field is flooding by the water? There is a big amount of methane emission. So the common practice by farmers is create a lot of methane emission by flooding the field. But when we do SRI, system of rice intensification, sometimes we flood it, sometimes not we flood it. We not flood it. Sometimes we make it wet, sometimes we dry it. So it creates another problem. When we dry it, there is also a problem of nitrous oxide gas emission. We know nitrous oxide gas emission, and N2O is the logging gas that the Joker uses to make everybody loud, to and everybody. That's why if you in the farm, you feel very comfort. When people come in, you feel very something like that. But yeah, there's N2O, nitrous oxide. It's also a part of greenhouse gas emission, which is greenhouse gas emission, which is brought in the atmosphere, the ozone layer. So the problem is that we should hold or make it lower on what we have, either CH4 or methane and N2O or nitrous oxide. So this can be achieved by managing water. We can see that methane emission is influenced by the amount of soil organic matter and temperature between 20 to 30 degrees and soil pH. And then in anaerobic condition or climate condition, like I said, it will increase the methane emission. And then agricultural fertilizer application considered as main source of nitrous oxide. So we see that we apply the fertilizer, and the fertilizer is also evaporating, and it can be combined with oxygen to form the N2O. Then this one is can be caused by dry land when the temperature is high, and it will be in the N2O emission. So we were to predict methane and nitrous oxide emission based on physical parameters in soil and air. So to find exactly how much the methane and nitrous oxide emission we should be measured by taking the gas and put in the laboratory. But we want to predict from the ED measured parameters like surface temperature or water content, like that, which is can be easily measured and can be easily predict how much the emission of nitrous oxide or methane gas. So we also want to conduct sensitivity analysis, which one is very sensitive, that will promote the more emission among the parameters that easy to measure. The experiment setting, there is a column experiment here. We put the soil and we put the paddy here, and we put the pipe, a closed pipe, so that we can sample the gas in a certain time, while we measure another critical parameter like soil moisture and also the soil temperature. So we sampled the gas several times during the growth, and we measured in the laboratory how much the gas is produced from the column experiment, and also we also keep the water content data. So this one is the critical one to predict the emission versus water content and subsurface temperature below the 10 centimeter below the surface and the surface temperature. And because we have the weather station, we also have the solar radiation and day after planting and what time that we send in the gas. And with artificial neural network, any of you already understand artificial neural network? Yeah? Or so it's like a neural structure that doing the calculation here, and there is an output produced that we can what can I say? We can repair or we can correct. We can correct. So when these parameters doing the calculation and the output is, for example, emission of methane or emission of nitric oxide, when it's different with the real data, it will correct the calculation here. So that next time they calculate, they will have the same data of emission from this parameter. So I tried 6 input and 2 output, which is those emission like methane and nitrous oxide. And I also tried one by one. For example, this one is for methane, and another one, the same structure is for nitrous oxide. And also the output means that they directly predict the same, predict the two output like methane and nitrous oxide. One output is separately use this different structure to predict nitrous oxide, and another is predict methane. So with this one, the architecture, we try several numbers for the hidden layer, and we get the good one is 681 for one output of methane, and we got the architecture 612 for the one output of nitrous oxide. So 12 means there's a 12 node in the middle, something like this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So the 12 means the number of nodes in the middle, because the one in the input we have 6, and the one in the output we have 1 or 4. So for nitrous oxide we have 12, and for 2 output the best structure or the architecture is 16, 2, and 16 is the amount of nodes in the middle. So we create the software. This is using Dolby, and it's a very long time ago. I made it in Dolby for a study. And also, we perform sensitivity analysis to see which one is sensitive that can increase the emission sensitivity. For example, there's because for example, Mr. R is sensitive, Dr. R is sensitive. For example, one bad word can make him very angry, so then sensitive. If he does badly, or you can punch him, you can do anything bad and he doesn't angry. We can say he doesn't sensitive. So for this one, sensitive, the increase in temperature, for example, the increase in temperature will increase the nitrous oxide emission, which means that temperature is a sensitive variable for increasing the nitrous oxide emission. So we do the sensitivity analysis to see which variable is sensitive that increasing the emission for both methane and nitrous oxide. And after the training from the data, and we can obtain that this one, the red one is the data, and the blue one is the calculation result. So this one is the two output. So methane will be predicted from these two output is as the this product is similar or better. So this one we can see that this is a reference predictor for the methane. And also for nitrous oxide, it is the performance of two output, and this one is performance of one output. So with one architecture. So this one is performed better visually to predict the nitrous oxide emission from only one output structure and protocol. And this one is the result of the sensitivity analysis, and the first one is the rank one, or very sensitive parameter that can influence the emission of impact. So we got this. The first one is the day after planting, which is the day after planting harus tanam. So in every architecture, the day after planting is always the first one. So it means that it's very related to the stage of the growth of the plant. And for other levels, we can see the one architecture, the one output architecture. The second one is subsurface temperature, like for methane and also for nitrous oxide. And the third one is a little different. For nitrous oxide is the water content, and for the methane is the third one is solar radiation. So we say that even though the related parameter, the solar radiation will be determined how much water content, because it can incorporate water too. So this one is what happens when the field is flooded or not flooded. So when it's flooded, the heat transfers is goes to water first and then go to flooded field. And then when it's not flooded, it directly goes to the soil and hitting the surface of the soil. So in non-flooded rice field, until the sleeping limit, the thermal conductivity of soil will improve. So when the soil, the muddy soil, when it's getting dry, there's a crack, and the thermal conductivity will be increased and make the soil hotter than when there was any water in the soil. So it will increase the emission of nitrous oxide. This work is that methane emission prediction or nitrous oxide emission can be predicted by using ANN or artificial neural network for physical parameter in environment. And also, according to the result, predicting what emission directly by two output architecture, it can be done, but it's better to use a different architecture for methane and for nitrous oxide separately. And then the sensitivity analysis show that water management needed to reduce salinity, but still maintain aerobic condition to reduce both methane and nitrous oxide emission. So the question is for the later is what is the optimum water content? I think Dr. Arif already did the research for how much is very optimal water content for following both emission for nitrous oxide and methane gases. And after talking about the emission, we're talking about the biomass development. We see that there's also what is the possible to convert the land into the FR method. So decision on converting FR practice, usually farmers in the village is not really eager to translate or to transform the practice of farming because they already, this is the habit, This is from our ancestor, from our parents. We don't want to create something new, unlearn. And it is improved from another field or the French field. That this method is can create many yield, that many heavy or the productivity is increased. So they will try to adopt the technology. So the reducing water and use water use and increase efficiency and the yield is the main objective. So and another is the cost, when they can save the cost for fertilizer and for the pesticide they can save, and mainly when the yield or the harvesting is very big amount they will adopt it. So another, maybe there's some farmers that already realized how important to conserve the environment, how important to take care of soil health, because when they apply chemical fertilizer every time, the soil become damaged, the structure is damaged, and then the ecosystem soil like the crop and worms and other bacteria is gone, and the soil is become very damaged. So when farmers want to transform the practicing method from conventional method to SRM method, they should see the healthy of the soil, so that they can get the strategy for how to conserve or to transform the practice without sacrificing the yield of the training. So in this work, we try to compare actual evaporation among SRI training application with different fertilizer and so on. Also to examine SRI with fertilizer and so on with treatment soil accustomed to conventional application method. So we take the soil from the conventional method, which is not organic practice or not practice, conventional method, and we give a treatment. The first one we put organic fertilizer only, and then we put the second one we put organic fertilizer with the biochar, biochar management. So we put that with the organic fertilizer, and the third one we put organic fertilizer and also mineral fertilizer, chemical fertilizer, and then the fourth one we put only soil with chemical fertilizer. The experiment setting, the fourth treatment is the same place, and we measure the moisture content also, and we measure the growth of the paddy also. And this is the result of, because we also measure the weather sample, we put the weather sample, we measure the weather parameters, we can also calculate the evapotranspiration variation. We see here the evapotranspiration variation in the green one and the blue one is SOI, organic with chemical fertilizer, and only with chemical fertilizer has the highest evaporation other than those with the treatment of organic and organic with biochar. And this one is the coefficient. And also another of growth, like the plant height, the height of the plant and number of leaves and also number of pillars. We can see that the same pattern like in the crop evaporation, which is that the one with the organic and chemical fertilizer is has the higher result. Like this, also this one, and also this one, which is creating a hypothesis that when we transforming the practice from the conventional to SRI, we see that the soil is still broken, still damaged, and we directly put the organic fertilizer with the chemical fertilizer. With only organic fertilizer, it needs to be decomposed by the soil ecosystem, like bacteria or decomposed by other decomposers. So when it's not happening, or when the soil is lack of mineral substance, but the plant cannot absorb the sulfate and cannot grow well. So that's why people said when they want converting from the normal conventional practice to organic practice, it takes some years to put back the soil organic into the soil and to put back the soil ecosystem that can be made the soil health. And that is another issues in SRI. So we can say that SRI is good for environment. We can say that SRI is creating the high yield and other things, reducing the emission, something like that. And how to further split of SRI? Is farmer interested in that? We talk about it that when farmers just keep introducing the technology and just try it, they don't want to do that. But they see if other farmers want have a succeed in the pioneer method, they will follow it. So that's why how to make the adoption technology in the village to the farmer in the level of education, like high school or elementary high school. Because in university, people can read books, people can read journals and other research materials, but the farmers only want to see the example. Is it working or not? If it's not working, I don't want to do that because it's very difficult, for example, managing water and feeding. And so there is some attribute for adapter and disadapter. The farmers which converting their common practice to the SRI practice. So the first one is what is make the farmer interested in the dry season, farmer can still manage the crop. Because usually when you use flooding method in the dry season, they cannot grow paddy field. They change to the other crops. So when they apply the SRI, they can still manage the crop on paddy field in dry season. And also the use of organic substance for fertilizer and pesticide could overcome pest and disease, which means that they can profit or they can save money from using the organic fertilizer. And in Bali also the price of paddy field increase in the soil is healthy. So when you want to sell your paddy field in Bali, when they see the soil is healthy and fertile, the price is going high. So also there's adoption, that's for adapter, and there's the disadapter, which is the one who transform back from the SRI method to the common method. They think that the SRI is difficult. The SRI is difficult. They get used to our method, and they have a lack of motivation and waiting for the result for other farmers. So I'm not the one. They say that I'm not the one who tried it first. You can say you can try it first, and I see what is your result. Good, and follow you. And if it's bad, I don't want to do that. Something like that. That means lack of motivation. And also weeding, as we said before, is taking too much effort, and also more labor to manage water and weeding. Before, government did subsidize to organic fertilizer for those who want to apply organic farming and also recycling. But after the government not subsidize anymore, they stopped doing the they distributed and also after the harvesting, they have the rice from the SRI. The price is not so different from practice. So why I should give more labor to something that is not really different? Only the productivity is increased, but the price per kilogram is not so different. So they don't interested in that. So this is the problem that we face by further spreading of SRI method. And that's from the farmer's perspective. What about from the consumer perspective? This is in Nigeria. Data is in Nigeria. The one that customer chose, the one most important is the food safety and also the healthy. two big one. And then other things like women empowerment and nitrogen efficiency, phosphorus efficiency, and efficiency. In Nigeria, like this, and a lot of different from Indonesia, and we see that in Indonesia, what is important is still health and safety, but other things is the taste and what is the promotion for iklan, and also the environmentally friendly and the lifestyle and how easy to buy. If we go to the convenience store like Alfamart, when it's available, they can buy it. But if they have to order from the online market, something like that, it's very difficult to get, so they don't buy it a lot. So wrapping up, in conclusion, the system of rice intensification is highly valuable and sustainable method of rice farming, which is emphasis on productivity, water efficiency, reduce chemical input, enhance soil health, climate resilience, and economic benefits, which make it essential for promoting sustainable development and ensuring food security for future generations. As we continue to face environmental challenges and strive for sustainable food production. I find promising that way for further future of rice. Our challenge is how to create a system that is profitable for the spreading of adoption of an animal. So we have, if we want to create the village that is ready, we have to take care of how is the method work, the ergonomical way, so that they feel not very tired to managing the farm. And how is the production system of organic fertilizer? Do they have the installation or do they have organization to manage the organic fertilizer? And what about the water? What about the irrigation system? What about who is going to take care of the irrigation? Is there any organization? We should know that the P3A, perkumpulan petani mata air, they can manage the water for SRI and also the other part of institution and also other practice. So I think that's all for the presentation. I hope you can enjoy this little presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your very interesting presentation. And now let's move to the discussion session. We have around 1 hour for question and comments from the audience. And from the audience, you can online, please, you can also take your question by raising your hand on Zoom, or can you write your question on the chat. Okay, please, the audience, if you have any question. Okay, I see you have. Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you for the explaining. The module of the thing that there is the discussion of climate particle in one of the importance of particle efficiency. Also, as with water, into the bottom of the node, climate particle must be trapped in the solid force. However, radioactive might be absorbed to organic matter, which sometimes from in this gas, the trapping velocity of the particle and the trapping rate of the particle in the solid force may change. And this question will overcome the phenomena of solidification and fogging in the soil. Thank you.
Please state your name and your affiliation, and then can you repeat your question shortly?
My question is of the phenomena of solidification and fogging in the soil. Tadi di water.
Do you remember in slide? Like that? Which slide? Okay. Let's try to see. What number? What number? Okay, yeah. Slide. And
What numbers? Yeah, I have a lot here. This is my research. This is Professor David Johnston. And he's a specialist about molecular level simulation. And firstly, he made the plain mineral or chemical sheet. And then that sealed it other kind here. The plain mineral socket and simulation. Do you know the chemical simulation? Kind of molecular dynamics or other. Maybe without his method, it's kind of the molecular dynamics.
Okay, so you know.
Are you interested in this field?
Maybe you can class after the session with me.
And about this, I will discuss about the internet. This this is this small one is H2O or water molecule, and then normally it's a sodium is attract to the water molecules, and then that sodium is moved together with a water molecule. But the cesium is only the cesium atom alone, not with water molecule. That's the interesting. That's the interesting. This is a very good model to understand the fertilizer, for example. Fertilizer also, or normally, for example, potassium K is a very important for crops, plants. But the K is normally together with water molecule, and the K potassium with water molecule approach to the clay surface. Like my bucket, potassium take home the wear, molecular wear, and then touch to the surface. That's a mechanism of the fertilizer. So this is very unique, very interesting model. What else to the research about the water dynamics and this with the molecular levels? Very good question.
Yes. Okay. Then we invite to the next question. Okay. Please address your question to Bidutente or Dr. Please. Yes, please address your question to Bidutente or Dr. Ardian. Okay.
Pada terkait dengan situ, mana di persoalan yang dapat kawan sebagai tadi program konstitusi pendidikan kehidupan. I have two questions for you. So, what is on the presentation you showing us the combination of the activity in final. They are from top. The patent is more than more region than the players. I don't have enough knowledge about radiation before, so I want to ask you. Ways to innovate to the pushing or contaminate or getting the contamination. We know the information is just from top to the bottom, but what can separate to the other side? The question is, in your studies, I would prediction how long the radiation is fully going away from the contamination point. The second question is, we know the Japanese government is plan to drain the chilling water from radioactivity that made negative paradigm in the world. On 2011 pathway, are the failure on the area was subdivided, and the negative paradigm, and how impact to the activity and social activity. Thank you.
From the how would radio season for in this soil? Is it right? Your question is okay.
Of course, about the area from radiation, the water can be or carrying the radiation activity to infiltrate the soil. But the water can change to infiltrate to another side. That make the area is more huge than radiation area is huge than before. So in your study, if you calculate how long that radiation will be going,
Maybe still cannot move in the soil, only decrease the radioactivity. Right now, the importance of the radio substitution is 137. That lifetime is about 30 years. That means after 30 years, the radioactivity becomes up. So 60 years later, that's 1.45%. And 19 years first, it becomes about 1/8. So about 100 years, it becomes as 10%. So radio season still in the soil, but 100 years later, it becomes 10%. Like that, gradually disappear the activities. Change it to other capital from system to other efforts. Like that, radioactivity will diminish. Long time. But if we build a radio system under the ground, maybe if we don't use soil, we don't need to get. Just wait. your grandson and grandson, maybe 100, 200 years later, maybe they will use the soil as for the agricultural. But now, we cannot use lately that soil. This is a concept of life outside of eco.
Okay, for the second question is, how is the social impact about the radiation, radioactive on 2011?
This is my opinion. Japanese government would finish decontamination work, and most of the area, except the very near to the nuclear power plants area, that area is still there is some places still high radiation dose, especially in the mountain area, the forestry area, because Japanese government did not decontaminate the forest area, because forest area is very large and very difficult to do the decontamination work. So only the 20 meters, the boundary from the road or a house, that's only the 20-meter band areas was decontaminated. But outside of the 20 meters is still remaining the radio season. So when they live in that area, they need to be careful. So the people are anxious to get mushroom in the forest and other food from the forest is a little bit nervous eat. But yeah, only mushroom. Mushroom is a very interesting plant and food to detect radiation. So people understand the risk of the mushroom eating. So some people are anxious about food contamination. But already many people understand what food has risk and what food is safe. So we need to select good food without radioactive materials. So that's an impact to the Fukushima people who are living just near the boundary of that forest and, for example, house. Is that okay?
Thank you very much. Really nice question. I have a question for the target. I'm sure you already know the program that SLI 2030, which is the goals reduce greenhouse gas emission by 204 million tons and increase SRI output to 9 to 15 million hectares in production. On your view, how Indonesia can contribute to this SRI in 2030? Please, Dr. Ardian.
Increase of the emission of
204 million tons for greenhouse gas emission. Yes.
Besides NRI, we should also carbon, detect carbon footprint of the kind of production. So first we cover the speed in NRI, and then as we can see that the climate smart agriculture detect the footprint of agricultural production, and also other things like industrial production. So we can reduce the carbon emission. A lot of jobs like in global country, I think global country, I saw in the news that the most emitted countries are global, the part of the globe in the north, also G20, also industrial countries are emitting one emission. So that they should also think about what is the strategy for reducing the emission.
Okay, and how about extend the benefit? Because SRI program in 230 also make a goal to increase SRI uptake to 9 to 15 million hectares production. So how Indonesia can contribute in Indonesia? How to contribute this program?
I think the government should be involved on this first reading of SRI. In our country, the government usually take action, and then the rules, and then other things that farmers take care or make a price support the government, while we in the universities we also promoting and try to make the farmers and do better than that. So it's too big to effort from the government and also from the university. And also we can do it and do by themselves, depending on the subsidy government. So it's a lot of work to be done by the
Okay, the discussion is going interesting. Please, for the audience, give a question. And please state your name and affiliation and address to your questions.
All right, thank you very much for this opportunity to ask. I would like to ask questions for Ms. Secretary. But first thing first, I would like to say thank you very much for coming here and say, I will say what I see on me. I'm a year-old student of civil and environmental department of the university. Graduating school and business. And from your lecture, you have conducted some in your lecture before, you have conducted some research and developing innovation to improve the effective and efficiency for agriculture or remediation or especially in claim for like from claims for remediation in your contaminated area. And some of your second lecture, there are streaming soil that there are also from my understanding from your viewer in session and so it's like everybody in that price. And I have a question. So I will have some effective solution to leak out the cesium from clay soil. Just like the stripping from the soil method. It just impact the frozen soil from the land. Now the land is the new cesium from the land is decreasing, but the frozen soil itself it didn't decrease the cesium right, and the cesium it's still remain in that frozen soil. And from the question before that as you mentioned, from decreasing the radiocesium from the sunlight, it needs so much time, even thousands years. And so, what is the effective method to leak out the cesium from the conditioner? And I think I have some one question from okay. And one question is very basic, I think, but I don't know. What are the main for users and key partners and for the Spanish government to remediate or to revitalizing the agricultural land for remediation in radiocesium. It's my question. Thank you very much.
Yeah, many scientists and many scientists want to pull out the cesium from the clay surface. Yeah, that many engineers and scientists want to do. But when we get only cesium from the clay surface, we need a lot of energy. For example, sometimes we need to use heavy acid or high temperature or others. Industrial method. Maybe we need to use an industrial method, but we have a lot of soil. If we collect the cesium from the clay mineral, we have a lot of, we need many energy. So from the viewpoint of the economic point of view, maybe it's a waste of money. So we need to justify natural phenomena, natural treatment is more preferable. This is my opinion. And second question.
Thank you for the answer from your question. And another question, next question is the main challenge is for regulation in radio station. The main challenges for you to removing or to revitalizing the agricultural values.
How in your opinion, how to revitalize what's the question? You know, the challenge, I think the main challenge is the main challenge in for revitalizing the agricultural land, revitalizing agricultural land from radio station. Yes. The microphone is connecting to the
Agricultural land fund.
Revitalizing agricultural land.
Sorry, I had a bad year. Sometimes when I have a lecture, I use this tool.
So my question is, what are the main challenges for people in agricultural land remediation in radio session soil?
My main challenge is the decontamination of agricultural land. But I believe I made that challenge already finished. So next, right now, I'm interested in the revitalization of the Fukushima agriculture. Because many people don't know the Fukushima agricultural status. So I want to make a new agricultural technology in Fukushima. Because many people don't believe that Fukushima agriculture can recover like a peace. But I want to show the recovery of Fukushima agriculture using the IoT or ICT. So that's a very interesting challenge for me.
All right, thank you very much for the answer, and let's go back to the frameworks.
the first question. No. Okay. Please, for the presentation, for the participants who come online, I give you the chance or ask question directly from the meeting. Maybe please open the chat room. Is there any question? Nothing? Okay, please, from the audience, okay, please, Ms. Landa. First, your question. Thank you for the chance. I am Nanda, analyst. I am civil and environmental engineering students of university. I'd like to turn my questions to Mizu Sensei. Because the microphone is here, connected to the microphone. Please say. Okay, my name is Nanda. Okay. So I'm sorry if you have mentioned this before. I think I'm once in your explanations. What is the standard of the global standard of radioactive calcium? Based on Japanese government standard now, and then what is the standard of radiocalcium in environmentals like normally? And my second question is how dangerous JetStream is in environmental, and then is there issues reported that caused by the test streams if it is actually functions like living organism or a human body? And my last question is there any peoples that still live in that village now? Thank you so much for the transition.
Okay. I know that you're. So this is the values, but you can see the cesium is 137. This is the standard of the cesium. Left hand side is radioactive material in our body. It's about weight is 60 kilogram. Man, normal man. I have about 90 kilograms. So anyway, just kidding. Anyway, normally the standard is potassium 40 is 4,000 becquerel. This is normal. And C, carbon 14 is 2,050, 500. And lead and cesium 137 is 20 to 60 becquerel. This is normal. Without without nuclear power plants, normal man have this kind of material, radio material. And then green one is potassium 40. Normally, rice contains 40 becquerel, and fish ikan 100, and sapi 100, spinach 200, and this is a mushroom is 700, like that. Anyway, like this is a normal food containing the radioactivity. So always we eat these food. So always our body contain or input the radioactive material like that. This is the standard. But the interesting is this is the standard. Sorry, this is the Japanese, but the interesting is blue one is Japan, and this is cesium, radio cesium standard. In Japanese, standard is here. General food is 100 becquerel per kilogram. But in here, US is 1,020, 200 becquerel. And the EU company, EU is 1,250. So Japanese standard is only 100. So the standard is different from each country. But the Japanese standard food standard is very strict. So normally in Japan, Japanese people eat 1/12 of European people. This is the part, but people all over the world don't know this standard. So like this, Japanese government manage this kind of concentration of radiocesium and so on. Yes. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's very clear. That's very clear. And my last question is, is there any people who live in that village now?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Right now, before the nuclear power plant accident, the population is about 6,000. But right now, only 25% residents are coming back, return to the village. Most of the returned people are elderly people. Not the younger generation and the kids don't return to the village. That's a big problem. But maybe this is my I think maybe Hidaki village is a very rural area. No city and no shop, not the urban area. So I think young generation want to go to the city. I don't know. I need to do the survey about, but it's difficult to get their original opinion because they want to go to the city. Maybe in Indonesia or maybe all over the world in the rural area, young generation want to go to the city. Maybe situation is the same. But my challenge is to, in that area, if we have the good model to do the new agriculture or to do the new industry, maybe it's a very good chance to become, Silicon Valley, like a US. So my dream is to make I don't know, not Silicon, but some valley in Fukushima. And I want to make a new Japanese style agriculture. I make the new agricultural system in Fukushima first, and then distribute to the new agricultural system. Spread that system all over the world, including Indonesia. That's a key to do that's the reason I'm interested in the IoT or ICT agriculture in rural area. Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay, we are welcoming this and say, I think just short question because the time is over.
Yeah, thank you very much. I would like to add some information again.
Yes, okay, okay.
We can talk in Japanese.
Ada audiens kan lebih dari.
Just very important for you. For these items, first, the government can inform Japanese food policy.
Oh, good, great. He is very good. He is very
Yeah. I got this information in the first day from the Japanese embassy because we work together with the atas of agriculture, and he called me and he very happy at the time. They said Japanese food station is really this year was harvested.
Now, do you know have you ever eaten the Japanese beach?
Yeah.
Beach. Beach. Beach is very, very special. So there are many kind of cultivar of beach, different things. When I go to Fukushima, I found the taste of beach is good because every weekend I can eat the different taste of beach. That's very interesting.
I've been there in Fukushima once. Yeah, because they invited me. Well, there I think with Kusumanga and to see another thing what happens there. And it's very important. Not because at the time, being a resident in the area, if you go to some places, you have to bring what you call trigger content device to measure and lock it. We take this and we go and we see the number. If it is, okay, it has to be different. All houses, market, school, whatever. But there are some animals that's like cat, dogs, still there. People go outside, but they have to meter in some time to feed cat and dogs. It is very people go outside, but people go 2 kinds of days to feed cat and dogs, but still be there. So cat is wondering was the baby fly, unfortunately, because I don't go there, cats. And the people who live from this village go around Japan and separated. One member of the family maybe go to another village, but another member goes to another one. And they living with different families. Then the people really accept this what is called that is very important thing for interaction among the Japanese people. I think it's very good to be learned as an example. So there is no what is called and become know each other. They share everything. This or the internal competence. experience. Okay. Good. In the picture. So anyway, I said to Aliku, why don't you make a Fukushima tour from the e-IPBTalk students? I will be host.
Okay, very interesting. Maybe Alex said that the time is over. Okay, let's move to the last session. I make the conclusion for this discussion. The first from Sensei, we could process contaminated land to the decontaminated soil using several methods and treatments to create a good soil for plant cultivation. And agriculture environmental is very important in the good food for our worlds. So let's keep our environmental clean and comfortable ecosystem to supporting agriculture production. And from Dr. Ardian's conclusion is the system of rice intensification or SMI is a highly valuable and sustainable method of rice farming. It is intensive on productivity, water efficient, reduce chemical inputs, enhance soil health, climate resilience, and economic benefit. So it can make it an essential approach for promoting sustainable agriculture and ensuring food security for future generations. Okay, for the last, I would like to thank our speakers once again for their time and expertise. We give big applause for the organizer and the sponsor, for the opportunity. And finally, I would like to thank you for all of you for joining us today. I hope you have learned something new and useful from this seminar. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so it's time to close the event. Before we close, we do in.
Yes, and of course. Mari kita sambut jargon kesan kita. Sip, wah, sip, wah, sip, wah.
I would like to ask personally to give a super to the speakers and what